So by the time you see this, it may not be morning anymore, but it is morning here. And I had to actually shut my workroom light off because the shadow was coloring things from the light to the camera to the table to my desk. So yeah, I've got to mess around, you know. I sort of do things slowly, and I finally got an intro and an outro to my video, and now I've got to look at doing something with my camera. So yeah, happy Friday, and it is, this is going to be hard for you to guess, but the weather here in Maine is, okay, you guessed it, rainy and overcast and cold. Actually, it's not really cold, it's sort of muggy today so far, but we just can't get a sun break. I did hear we might see a little bit of sun at some point this weekend, and I sure hope so, because whoever is doing that rain dance needs to stop. And someone had said that they couldn't wait to see how my garden was growing. Well, it's not. It's the weeds are choking everything. And like I said a few days ago, I have no interest in going out and gardening in the rain. It's not my job. It's not, it's a hobby. And being out in the rain, and it has been cold, very cold, just does not appeal to me. So the grass and weeds are taller than my beautiful flowers. In fact, I noticed I hadn't walked across the grass because it's so wet, and I noticed that I had some flowers that had come up and already gone by, and I didn't even get to enjoy them. So I'm hoping that this settles down pretty soon. So this is Friday, and usually I try to do something scrapbooking related on Fridays, but I'm kind of crunched for time today, and I've got some work that I have to get done, and then I have to pick my grandson up at school. So I did have a, I'm going to call them Etsy shop drops, and instead of What's New Monday. So I'm going to call them Etsy shop drops, and that means that I can do them more than just on Mondays, right? Because it doesn't have the word Monday in the title. But what that means is it's just when there are new things going into the shop that I want to show you. In my Fairy Rose Cottage shop, obviously my All Dressed Up Couture shop, I'm, you know, that would probably be a separate video altogether. But you might guess, look what I got. Hello Kitty multiplication learning cards and Encanto or Encanto, whichever way you say it, addition cards. These are right now in low quantities because I picked up what I could find, basically. And you guessed it, I did make savings challenges with them. Here is the Hello Kitty one. And you're going to do the same thing that that we did with the other ones that I made. You're going to take the cards. I mean, you can play it any way you want, but you're going to take the cards, shuffle them up, maybe not look at them because they're two-sided. And remember, you're going to use both sides in one turn. So let me just show you a couple of ways. Okay, so I've got a 10 times 6, which would be 60. So I would color in the 60 here and theoretically put $60 in the envelope that is made with it. I also left room on the side if you want to punch holes in it. They are 5 by 7. And then on the other side, 5 times 3 is 15. So I would find a 15 and color that in. Now that would be $75 that I would put in here. And then I would put the card in with it so I wouldn't reuse it. Because theoretically, the numbers here coordinate with the numbers in the pack. You will notice there are a lot of zeros. Because 0 times whatever equals 0. So there are a lot of zeros on this. However, you just saw at $75, that is a high income savings challenge, or a high budget, or a high savings, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of these are just like the multiplication for the princess was. Where is that one? Okay, they're high numbers. So unless you're lucky to get a 0, I mean, there are some low numbers. There's some 4s and a 1, and I think there's a 2 in there. Yep, and a 3. But for the most part, and the highest number, I believe, in this one is, well, there's 88. I thought there was a 99. No? Oh, yeah, 99 is the highest number. So I wouldn't be able to put $75 in here right now. I don't have that kind of money. And this right here, doing the savings challenge, would basically break the bank for me. So what I would do is take the 6 and the 0 and add them together, and that's 6. And take the 5 and the 1 and add it together. So I'm doing more math, right? Keeping my brain going, because the older your brain gets, the more you need to use it. Would be 6. So I could put $12 in here and put the card in. And that seems more reasonable to me. So the highest amount that I would ever have to put in is 18 and whatever was on the back of that card. But again, if you have the money to do the high ones, imagine what you're going to save by the time you're done with this. That would be so cool. So, I don't think I can even show you today. I keep losing it. I really do need to clean up my messes. But I was going to show you the taking the magic eraser. I know I've showed you several times, but it's just magic to me. And that will erase this right off from there. So we have Hello Kitty with the envelope already attached, and the cards, the deck of cards comes with it. This will be up in my Etsy shop relatively soon. It will not be called Hello Kitty, though. It will be called Kitty Multiplication. Maybe I'll call it Cute Kitty Multiplication Savings. And then the other new one is the Encanto Edition, or Encanto. Again, it's the all-in-one type thing, and you play it the same way. These ones are sort of middle of the road savings. Like, I think the highest savings is a 20 on here. I'm pretty sure. But as you can see, there are really no zeros. So again, you might, it might be too much for you. Let's see. I'm just going to pull a card out of here and see what happens. Okay. So 3 plus 7 is 10. So I would save 10. And then 8 plus 8 is 16. And I would save 16. So I'd be saving $26. I could probably manage that one myself. But again, for those who want even a lower one, I have found that the Princess Subtraction one is the lowest one that I have. And the highest amount on this one, I believe, is $11. And again, if you do 1 plus 1, that would be $2. So you could still make it your own. But, so the new ones today is Encanto and Hello Kitty And I will tell you that I have a couple of more new ones coming within the next few days. But I don't want to tell you what they are. You know, I want to surprise you. But I think these two will be two of the favorites. I know that there are a lot of Hello Kitty fans out there. And Encanto has been one of our favorite new Disney movies to watch. Mine and my grandsons. We both thoroughly enjoyed it and have watched it more than once. So there's that. And then I have another, I have more new savings challenges. So you remember maybe my Spider-Man one. Da, 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 da. And the, I don't have those in here, but I've started making a series of princess ones. So in my head, what I was doing was a series of princess ones and a series of superhero ones. So today I have two new superhero ones. And on Monday, I will have the princess ones. And there's been a lot of requests for Belle, Jasmine, Rapunzel, and one other that was big that people kept requesting. I'll think of it. So far we have Snow White, Cinderella, and Aurora. So stay tuned on Monday for more of those. And so today is superheroes, and the first one, oh yeah, I can't do it this way. I don't know why I think I can. The first one is Captain America. And it says to play, choose how much money to save. Well, actually, that's wrong. I chose it for you. You're going to save $100. So I'm going to have to take that off from there. Because originally I was going to leave these blank. And I might do another one with them just blank. But color in the piece of the shield and save the money. Oh, no. All right. Nope. That reads right. Sorry about that. Choose how much money to save. Color in the piece of the shield and save the money in the envelope. So say I want to, they're all $2, $4, $6, $8, and $10. So say I want to save $10, I would color in this, which would be hard for some people because it's white. But I think in some of his shields, it looks silver, so you could still color it in. But so you're going to save $10 and put it in the, you guessed it, envelope, or whatever you use for envelopes. So it says, help Captain America save the world. And basically you're building his shield for him. And yeah, so by the time you're done, it should equal $100 if I did my math right. And I did low quantities so that, I mean, even if you could only do 5, you could cut it in half and do 5 one day and 5 the next time. So there's that one. And the next one is one of my favorites, Captain America. Now see, Spider-Man and Captain America are very dear to our hearts here in this house because we have met them both. Yes, we have. We have met Spider-Man and we have met Captain America. And they both have asked us to be a part of their team too when we've met them. So my son met Spider-Man years and years ago. One of our first trips to Florida. We had breakfast with him in, I can't remember what park it was. But anyway, we had breakfast with him. And then we've met Spider-Man every single time since. And we love the Spider-Man ride at Universal Studios. And, you know, we just are Spider-Man fans. My son, myself, my grandson. And then Captain America is one of our other favorites. Both my son and Eli have had Captain America t-shirts, before that they've been, kind of not in love with because they're t-shirts, but you know what I mean, that one of their favorite t-shirts. And we have pictures of us with Captain America, more recent pictures, and I'm going to show those in the outro after this part of the video is done. And then the next one is just one of my favorites. And she fights for peace and prosperity. And so we are saving money for financial peace and prosperity. And you guessed it, it is Wonder Woman. Now, I made this one open, so you could set your own goal and make each one of these however much you wanted it to equal. You have a little place where you can do that. And then you color it in. I mean, maybe you want to do each of the W's a different amount. However you want to do it to make it your own. Excuse me. And then she has an envelope too. Yeah. So we have Spider-Man and Wonder Woman and Captain America. Right? Let's see. And then, of course, our newest games is Hello Kitty and Encanto. My Etsy shop will tell you that I am about 7 to 10 days from the time you order to the time it gets shipped out. And that probably is about right, because obviously I'm not just making these to send out. I also have my All Dressed Up Couture shop where I make children's dress-up clothes, and that one keeps me hopping also. So I'm trying to juggle the two. I would love to have these all made up and just ship as soon as it's ordered, and eventually that time might come, but for today, when ordered, it's between 7 to 10 days. And also, I don't want this to sound like a commercial, but I also combine shipping when possible. So, like in the original ones, the 3 Princess and the Superhero, if you purchased all 4, I think it was just $1 less than if you purchased them each separately. But I would have liked to have made it more, but the problem is when you purchased all 4, the shipping went up. It's going to cost more to ship because it's going to weigh more and it needs to be in a bigger package. So instead of increasing the shipping on it, I just didn't give as much of an amount off. Excuse me. But when you if you purchased some from the original and you purchase one or both of these today or this weekend, then chances are I'll be able to combine shipping, and you might get a little bit of a refund of shipping. I usually don't refund anything under $1 just because it costs so much to refund it by then. I've paid credit card fees and all that stuff, and then anyway, it's a whole business thing. But just so you know, I do combine shipping whenever possible. And yeah, so these two, you don't even have to worry. You can just purchase these and download them right away. And the Spider-Man one is already up there. And these two should be up by the end of the day today, as well as these. And that is my Etsy shop drop. Whoops. My Etsy shop drop for today, which it wasn't a planned one, but kind of fun to do. And I hope that you like them. And as I said, I have a couple more of these coming up. I can't even tell you what the themes are because I don't remember, and they're not in the room here. So, all right, I'm done rambling. I will see you all tomorrow with a game night and which is always fun. I'm excited to do that. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good Friday. Bye.